This is WHIO.
Dayton's news and talk.
It's time for something different.
There's been enough thinking.
Don't bring up politics. Don't bring up religion.
Don't be so serious about everything.
This aggression will not stand, man.
Let's just chill, huh? Let's have some fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
I want fire.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Keep it here on WHIO tonight. We got severe weather moving towards the area. We'll keep you updated throughout the day or throughout the evening. On the show tonight, we've got a pair of tickets to give away for the Dayton UFO Conference happening July 11th at the Fairborn Doubletree right across from Wright State University. When you hear the classic Aliens drop, a little sound clip. I'm not saying it's aliens, but clearly it's aliens. Be the sixth caller at 937-957-1290. We're going to talk about an orb. Speaking of unidentified flying objects, an orb that was spotted over the city of Dayton and the skies of Dayton. An orb. We'll have to talk about that. But first, I've got a guest on the show. We got my buddy Brady Kress. Brady, how are you? From Carolina Historical Park. Have you seen any orbs over the skies of Dayton recently in the last few days?
Well, it was the air show this weekend, so
that could be. Maybe one of their orbs got loose. Could be.
That could be.
Yeah,
that could be, Todd.
Yeah. So the reason that Brady is on the show today, other than the fact that he's a friend of mine and I think the world of Brady, I saw him today for lunch. In fact,
it was good.
Yeah,
it was good to see you.
Talking about a Cheez-It event in September. We're not going to reveal too much now, but we're working on it. But the real reason he's on is I saw this. This is kind of cool. So this, of course, is the 250th birthday of the United States. America 250 is what they're calling it. And the folks that organized this, their commission, they are burying a 900-pound time capsule in Philadelphia on July 4th. That will not be opened until the year 2276. That is pretty remarkable. And the thing that's cool about this is that every state in the United States, U.S. territories included in some of these, they were able to donate an item to go into this time capsule. Now, Brady, we're gonna talk about what Ohio donated because it came from you guys at Carolina.
That's right.
But first, people are going to be thinking, well, what could it be? What could they have done? Could they have given them a box of Cheez-It? No, it's not that. It's something much more grander than that. But I don't know if you've perused the list of items that other states have donated, Brady. Have you seen this list?
I've seen a few things. I'm not an expert on the list. No.
Some of them, I have to tell you, kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
Colorado, a set of postcards representing what life is like in Colorado in 2026. Postcards, okay. A set of 12 note cards from Delaware with writings and drawings from the state citizens to answer what Delaware is to them. Kind of lackluster, I think. Georgia, a painting of the Masters golf logo. Are you kidding me? The one that I really like, and there's probably like 5 or 6 states that donated a letter from their present sitting governor. I think we have a quote on.
Boring.
Yes. Brady, tell everybody what Ohio has donated to this time capsule. This is so cool.
Oh, well, as exciting as it would be to send them a package of Cheez-Its, I think that was one of the things that would be disqualified because it couldn't be anything that would affect the other items in the time capsule. nothing that would rot or decay or anything like that.
Oh, Cheez-Its
So-
will last centuries.
Will they? Okay,
Yeah,
well,
they-
that's
They've got a
I don't
shelf
think
life.
they weren't willing to take that chance.
Right. I
What's
got you.
What's very cool is that when we were contacted, we've done this a few times in the history of Carillon Park and the collection that we have, because they're not making any more of this.
Right.
But we were able to donate to the cause from the Carillon collection a swatch of the Wright brother 1903 Flyer fabric from the lower left wing.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
a note describing what it is
Yeah.
and its significant. We added a little quote from Orville Wright in there, and so our our curator packed that all up and put it into acid-free materials and shipped it off. And so that's what's going to be in this time capsule for somebody to see 250 years from this year. So we're
so
excited
cool.
about that.
That is so cool
Yeah.
because it's so, first of all, I would argue that it might be the greatest feat in humanity, right? Of humanity, like conquering the skies. That is what changed so many things, right? And the technologies that have come from that has changed our life every day. Every tidbit of technology that exists, probably came from on some level from the Wright brothers inventing, a controlled flying machine. When you think about that, I mean, it's incredible the influence that it's had. Much more interesting than
and
postcards.
Well, I would think so.
Yeah.
And certainly the speed at which that discovery or invention expanded and improved over the years. I mean, very quickly. It's 60 some years between lifting off the sands down at Kitty Hawk to landing on the moon. So it's pretty phenomenal how quick after 1,000 years of people trying to do it.
Right.
Pretty amazing. So we're excited about that. It's the oftentimes we're not they're not making any more of this fabric, so we're pretty protective of it.
Sure.
But we've done this in the past. We had a piece that it oftentimes it comes back to us. So Senator Glenn took a piece up for us in the space shuttle, and brought that back to us. Larry Connor, local Larry Connor, took a piece up to the International Space Station for us a couple years ago, and he brought that back to us. So we have a piece on display. But we did do this once before, where we thought, boy, we're not getting this back, and that's there was a piece of Carillon Park's Wright Flyer fabric on Mars. Underneath the solar panel on the helicopter. The helicopter that's on Mars has a piece of our fabric in it, which is pretty neat. And so I don't know, maybe in 250 years that will come back to us. But we're not planning on it.
But I just think it's so cool. And I like the fact that this is, to me, like a real time capsule. 250 years. Sometimes we do stories on the show where, this community opened up a time capsule that was buried 50 years ago. It's like, well, that people remember that. That's not that big of a deal.
That's like my parents' closet, right?
Right. Exactly. I like the 250 year thing, and I hope they stick to it. All right. Well, Brady, we got to fly. We got weather and traffic and all this, but I appreciate your flexibility and being on the show. We had a little bit of a late start because of the weather, but
Nope. Thank you. And thanks for your interest. And thanks for having lunch with me.
Oh, of course. I appreciate it. Thanks, Brady. Talk to you soon there. Brady Kress, CEO of Carillon Historical Park. That's pretty cool. A piece of the Wright brothers plain fabric in this time capsule. That's cool.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's education. It's entertainment. It's fun for the entire family. And it is the most American thing in all of America.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Hey, everybody. How you doing today? What do we got? I agree, Stephanie. Are we taking bets? Sounds like he recorded this in a porta-john.
Is the contest this next hour?
I haven't decided.
All right. Well, it could be. That'd be great. If it could be when Zach's on the board, that'd be awesome.
Zach, are you on next hour? Is that it? Are you on it? Okay.
We're gonna go to like really quick and then immediately go.
I know. I know. I've been here. I know what's going on.
I figured I'd just let you know. That weather really screwed us up.
Cheese-It gelato. What? Cheese-It gelato? Is this a 2-minute commercial? This thing, Is it a 2-minute commercial? Oh, God. Drones on and on.
Shooting in Toledo. We'll have that for you at 5:30. But now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
So what's wrong with having a little fun, huh?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. That last commercial sounded like it was recorded in a porta-john. Holy cow. Lordy. Coming up tonight after 6:30, it is Wing It Wednesday, brought to you by My USA Credit Union, your best financial friend. We are going to have Cassie Barlow. She's from SOCHE Vets Moving Forward, a great organization here in the Miami Valley. And we'll be talking with her. Also, before 6:30, we're going to give away the tickets to the Dayton UFO conference. Gracie, my producer for the first hour tonight, was concerned that it would happen on her watch. And I feel like she wasn't sure what to do. And so we'll do it after 6, between 6 and 6:30. Zach can handle it. Gracie, I'm just joking with you. I'm just joking.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's education, it's entertainment, it's fun for the entire family, and it is the most American thing in all of America.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Dan, did you watch, you mentioned the World Cup. Do you watch the World Cup? Oh, I know you said you love the soccer fans. I don't know if that means you love the soccer. I watched that game last night with Argentina. Oh my gosh. Messi scores 3 goals. That is off the hook. I don't know. Do they have I don't know that they have TVs in there. I don't think so.
What kind of neighbors you got?
Not quite the way. They're my neighbors, and they make me sick.
Crazy ass neighbor.
Well, if it isn't my neighbors.
Don't give me that politics, Jazz. It's not my racket.
People are tired of hearing nothing but doom and despair on the radio.
Everyone just relax, all right?
The problems of the world are not in my department.
Now who would like a cookie?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. We had Brady Kress on a little while ago talking about this America 250 time capsule that's going to be buried in Philadelphia on July 4th and won't be dug up for another 250 years, which I'm grateful for. I get tired of seeing stories in the news about time capsules that are dug up after 50 years. It's like, what's the point? Even 100 years. You know, we know. We know what's there. We don't need to dig it up. We know. We already know all that. In 250 years, who knows what it's going to be like? Who knows? And who knows if they're going to know what it was like, life was like now. So I'm glad that they're doing that. But Ohio, we donated a piece of fabric from the Wright brothers' Wright Flyer. And that, of course, came from Carillon Historical Park, and this is why Brady was on. And we were kind of going through the list of what some of the other states have donated. And some of them, I got to be honest, quite boring. A number of states donated letters from the governor, the sitting governor. Boring. But here's a couple of other highlights. I love these. It's not just the states, it's also American territories, okay? American Samoa, they have donated 2 uncirculated quarters from 2009 and 2020 with images of American Samoa. So 50 cents. That's what they have donated, 2 quarters, 50 cents. California donated a AI prediction of what California will be like in 250 years on archival paper. So they asked AI, hey, what's California going to be like in 250 years? And then AI made the prediction. So they're going to read it and say, oh, was it close? Was it not close? But it's, AI. That's, yeah. Florida, this is exciting. The state of Florida donated a Florida Senate booklet which describes the operations of the Florida State Senate. Really? You couldn't come up with something better? Indiana, this is almost as exciting. Indiana donated the Indiana 250 annual report, which shares the mission and objectives of the commission working to celebrate July 4th. We're going to inundate the people in 250 years with a bunch of reading. That's what we're doing. Kansas, same thing. A document identifying Kansas 250 commissioners. So it's basically, here are the commissioners. This is who's on the commission. Now I like this one. Louisiana, a collectible set of Mardi Gras beads. Now that I want to see in 250 years, them explaining what the beads mean for Mardi Gras. 250 years. Minnesota, they really thought long and hard about this. Their donation, the state's flag. Here's our flag. Now Nebraska, they donated an archival photo of a pair of vice grip pliers. Now, it symbolizes the state's commerce and history, and maybe vice grip pliers were invented there in Nebraska. I have no idea. But you couldn't actually send some pliers? You had to send a photo of pliers? It might be nice in 250 years. Maybe everything's gone to heck and pliers could come in handy. Nevada, this is thinking. Nevada, they donated a set of gambling chips. I like that. That's a good one. And then Oklahoma, the last one, they donated a rodeo belt buckle. That kind of makes sense. I get that. 937-957-1290 is the number. So my question, if you saw the orb, I saw this on social media. This is from the Dayton Daily News Facebook page. It says that a former Dayton news photographer named Larry Price captured an orb this morning, and this was posted, I guess, yesterday, with an astronomical telescope. He described the orb as a big sphere ringed with lights. And this, I guess, was over the skies of Dayton. Now, if he was using an astronomical telescope, I don't know, can we assume that maybe it wasn't visible with the naked eye? Or maybe he just got he wanted to get a really good shot. And there's a picture of it I saw. There are several posts on social media about the orb and its presence above Dayton. Some speculate it's a weather balloon, but that has not been confirmed. So I'm curious if anybody saw the orb. I didn't see the orb. I saw the picture of the orb. Somebody commented or part of this post said, according to Flight Tracker, Flight Radar 24, which I guess that might be a website where you can track flights. It says there is a privately owned high altitude balloon reported at 64,000 feet around the Dayton area. So maybe that's what it is. A privately owned high-altitude balloon. I'm assuming that's a corporation, right? I wouldn't think that the average person would have a high-altitude air balloon that could travel 64,000 feet in the air. That would be kind of an odd thing to have at the house. But I'm just curious if anybody saw that in the skies over Dayton. We got some nasty neighbors story here.
What kind of neighbors you got?
Oh, quite the way. They're my neighbors, and they make me sick.
Crazy ass neighbor. Well, if it isn't my neighbor.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
You are the worst neighbor in the world.
I hate my neighbors.
Well, this is from Clarkston, Washington. A 78-year-old man there has pled guilty to shooting his neighbor to death over loud music. So the 78-year-old man is going to be, he was sentenced to 280 months in prison. David Boyd appeared in the court, was convicted of second-degree murder with a firearm. Now, here's the twist of this story. This guy says that his neighbor, 53-year-old man, had been sort of bullying him. So the 78-year-old says, yes, I killed him, but he'd been bullying me and I couldn't take it anymore. And what this neighbor was doing to the 78-year-old man was he would set up a speaker against the wall between their two apartments. And I guess this went on for long periods of time, 24/7, blaring a particular song. And he just couldn't take it anymore. Any guesses on what the song was? I actually just played a tiny little clip of it. Imagine this 24 hours a day blaring through the walls of your home or apartment. That's right, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. The theme to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is what led to gunfire. That is probably the first time in the history of that song that it's ever led to gunfire. The 78-year-old used a .38 caliber revolver and shot the guy because he got tired of hearing that song. I get it. I totally get it. I mean, I wouldn't go to that extreme, but boy, oh boy, that would be enough to drive me nuts. This Friday, a couple days from now, we're going to be doing the show live at All the Best Delicatessen, June 19th. Now, it's Juneteenth, which is a federal holiday, so there might be many people who aren't working. If you're looking for something to do, you got to come out and join us. All the Best Delicatessen. It is the best deli in Ohio. That's just not my opinion. There is a board of deli, I guess, and they decided that is the best deli in Ohio. They've also won the Best of Dayton recognition, and they are named one of America's best restaurants. And on Friday, all of their daily specials, Monday through Friday, all of their daily specials are going to be available on Friday. So, many people have a favorite there. There's a good chance that it's going to be on special on Friday. You can try the Hottie Toddy kick-in meatloaf sandwich. I forget what day the meatloaf sandwich is a special, but that day you'll be able to get it. And that's the signature sandwich from this show. It's a meatloaf sandwich with pepper jack cheese and horseradish sauce, horsey sauce. It is fantastic. So join us. We're doing the show live 5 to 7. All the Best Delicatessen there in Washington Township there on Far Hills. We'll see you there.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
I love this show.
It's fun to listen to.
Locally grown.
Here in Dayton.
Seriously funny.
He's a crackpot with wild ideas.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Six for six. Hello, Colleen. Ron, you're going to be working on those 24, what does it say? 24-inch pythons. You know, I've done this bit a couple of times where I'm like, what are you doing right now? I'm always curious as to what people are doing. That might be kind of fun.
What are you doing right now?
Hey, what are you doing right now?
What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now?
So,
What are you doing right now?
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 Look, what are you doing right now?
You're doing what?
Heather. That's funny.
Latest on a deadly shooting in Dayton this week. We'll have that for you at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Can we have some fun now, please?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I'm not saying it's space aliens, right? But it goes without saying it's space aliens.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. Caller 6 right now. You're going to score a pair of tickets to the Dayton UFO Conference happening Saturday, July 11th. That was the cue to call. If you'd like to win these tickets, be the 6th caller. Once again, 937-957-1290. It's going to be a great day of UFO information, conversation, probably some, hopefully there'll be people dressed up as aliens. I'd like to see that. I know they are having a car decorating contest. I want to see a people decorating contest. That would be great. So caller 937-957-1290. I saw this story on WHIO.com, and they just flashed this up on the screen during their 90 minutes of news. In Ross Township, this is in Butler County, I guess on Tuesday, somebody spotted a very large and very beautiful, that's a quote, peacock perched on top of a house. And from what I could gather from the story, it wasn't the homeowner's pet peacock. I guess it had to be somebody's pet, right? I don't think peacocks around here live in the wild, do they? I will say, though, a couple of weeks ago, Mary and I were driving out to Yellow Springs, and we were on Dayton Yellow Springs Road, and we passed a house. Well, right out front, there was a peacock, and it had its feathers, wide open, and it was showing off. Do they call that peacocking? I have no idea. But we looked at each other like, did you just see that? Did I just see what I think I saw? I'm assuming that has to be a pet, right? We don't have wild peacocks in Ohio. I know that there are some states that actually do have some wild peacocks, but I don't think that Ohio is a hotbed for peacocks. I could be wrong, but they post pictures of it, hoping that the owner will recognize their peacock. I can't imagine there's more than one peacock in Ross Township, right? I don't know, maybe.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Good Todd? Okay, yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Oh, my Lord. Kiana, that's an interesting idea. We are having the show's going to be live this Friday out at All the Best Delicatessen in Washington Township.
Ron Auto, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's news and talk depend on it.
The WHIO Storm Center is currently activated. That means we break in immediately whenever severe weather approaches the Miami Valley. This is WHIO.
Dayton's news and talk.
What time is it? Time for action.
Well, the radio is on.
I've been waiting all day.
It's go time.
That's the big thing today, radio.
Getting restless?
Speak into the microphone, Squid Brain.
Let's start the show.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Oh, Todd, you got off the couch today. So we're gonna give you just a little bit of praise. A little bit of praise just for you. Well, you actually got off your couch today. You know we gotta give you praise. Sing that name. Sing that name. Oh, Todd, we praise you.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Coming up after 6:30, it is Wing It Wednesday, sponsored by My USA Credit Union, your best financial friend. Tonight, we've got a guest from SOCHE Vets Moving Forward, Cassie Barlow. She will be here on the show. There's Cassie now. Hi, Cassie. How you doing? That's coming up after 6:30 here on the Evening Edge. So I just got off the phone with my wife Mary. She sent me a couple of pictures of something, and I just shared them on the Facebook because this is just nuts. A couple of weeks ago, I had a little fun at her expense. My wonderful, beautiful wife. She buys a lot of stuff online. I think it's called, was it Vinty or something like that? Where she buys, certain clothing items at really reduced rates. And she gets like a shirt for like $3 or $4, right? And the shipping is 75 cents. It's something crazy. And oftentimes, there at the house, she might have, and it's a little embarrassing, but for her, she might have 8 or 9 packages out on the front stoop, right? Well, today she got another delivery, and she had ordered a shirt. I don't know what the shirt was supposed to look like, but what she got was a Florida souvenir shirt with a giant sea turtle on the front. Now, that's not her style. The reason I'm bringing it up isn't because she got the wrong item. I'm bringing up the fact that whoever mailed her this shirt used an empty family-size box of Salisbury steak and brown gravy. You heard that correctly. Somebody had a family-size Salisbury steak and brown gravy meal. They kept the box, and they used that to mail my wife a shirt that she bought online. That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I mean, I have seen some wild packaging over the years with stuff that comes, you buy on eBay or wherever, But a banquet family size Salisbury steak box repurposed to ship clothing. And again, not even the right shirt. Though I will say she does look good in that Florida Souvenir shirt with the giant sea turtle on the front. My, oh my. The World Cup is going on. I'm a World Cup viewer. I love soccer. I've talked about it on the show. I know when some people hear folks on the radio start talking about soccer, they just roll their eyes. I understand. I'm not going to delve deep into it other than the fact that the game last night, if anybody watched, Argentina and Algeria, was amazing. Messi scored 3 goals. I mean, just unbelievable. The thing that's fun, though, is that we don't have we don't pay for the Fox streaming platform. All of the games are also on Telemundo/Peacock, but they're all in Spanish. So my wife and my wife just watches because, you know, she's kind of interested in it, but I love it. All of the games we've been watching completely in Spanish, which is great because they're the announcers that yell, "Go!" You know, that kind of thing. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But the real story here, and I saw this a few days ago, that the Scottish fans that are here in the States to support their side, they're up in Boston. Scotland is playing, I guess, primarily in this round. I guess they're in Boston in the knockout or in the group stage. They have emptied not 1, not 2, but 3 bars completely of beer. They've drained them. Over the weekend, Scotland had their first game. The Sam Adams Boston Tap Room said the Scottish fans that were in town for the World Cup caused it to sell 4 times as much Samuel Adams Boston Lager than they would normally do on a 4-day weekend. They ran out of beer. They ran out of beer. The branded Sam Adams Tap Room, out of beer. They said they had to call in for an emergency delivery on Saturday morning. And in fact, they tripled what they normally sell on St. Patrick's Day. Now, you have to, you know, Boston on St. Patrick's Day, the people are up there drinking. You know, you think they drink here for St. Patrick's Day. In Boston, times 20. But they sold more in those days to the Scottish fans. Another bar called the White Bull Tavern also ran out of beer, with a particular rush on Tennant's Lager, which is I guess, one of the most popular beers in Scotland. And then there's a place called Federal Wine and Spirits in the Financial District. They ran out of Budweiser and Corona. That's unusual. But yeah, employees said one of the business refrigerators even broke from being open so many times. That is a lot of beer drinking. Holy cow. That is nuts. Businesses said they are now preparing for the coming weekend as Scotland will be playing Morocco on Friday at Boston Stadium in Foxborough. Now, Friday is also the day the United States plays next. They play Australia. And I feel pretty good about this. I feel like the United States has a really good shot of going through to the next round, to the knockout stage, because they looked pretty good the other night. I think they'll do well against Australia. So I don't know. I think 2 wins and you're through, maybe 3 wins for sure, but 2 wins might be enough. So that's pretty good. I think the U.S. team that I saw the other night is probably the strongest that I've seen in a long time. So that's kind of cool. 937-957-1290 is our number. This is kind of an odd story, but I'm gonna go with it. So when I was growing up, when I would spend the night at my grandma and grandpa's house, whenever my grandpa had to go to the bathroom, he'd always say, "I got to go see a man about a dog." I never understood what that meant, but that was his thing. I know that many other people of his generation would say that. I don't know what it means. You got to go see a man about a dog. Well, those days could be over in the future. There's a company in China that has introduced a new toilet system. It's basically a smart toilet robot. And this sounds like a great idea. People who have mobility issues, or just lazy, you call for this toilet that's on wheels. It's a robot. Think of your Roomba, like the vacuum, but for pottying. And it rolls up to your chair or wherever you might be. You just lift yourself off your chair. You get on the toilet. Right there in the living room, you take care of things, you get off of it, it goes back to its docking station, which is hooked up to the plumbing system, and it flushes itself out. And then it sanitizes it. All of this for only $13,000. This is going to be a huge hit with the gamers out there. People who love video games that will play for hours on end, don't want to get up. They can have their robot toilet right there. You can keep playing your game, whatever you're playing, while you take care of business. Beautiful.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's education, it's entertainment, it's fun for the entire family, and it is the most American thing in all of America.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
IO.
We are gonna have mad fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Coming up after the 6:30 news, it is Wing It Wednesday. My USA Credit Union, sponsored by My USA Credit Union, your best financial friend. We've got Cassie Barlow from SOCHE. She's going to be here talking about all the great work that they do. So stick around for that. And we've got Charlie and Bell Fountain. Hey, Charlie, what's shaking, man?
Hi, Todd. Well, we're all over the place tonight with topics. I like it.
Oh, I try to keep people guessing. You know, I always like to have, and I don't always plan stuff at the same time. You know, from night to night, week to week. I just like throwing it out there and seeing what sticks.
That's why I like it, because it's not the same.
Right. I appreciate that.
Well, that peacock story. I do know that those peacocks, you know, they can fly like a turkey. They can get up on a house or a tree. And they can fly for a short distance, and then when they're nesting, that's probably when people are seeing them, which would be right now.
But are they wild? But I've never heard of us here in Ohio having wild peacocks. I've heard of wild turkeys for sure, but peacocks? I know. Like in Florida, there's peacocks that sort of, you know, are just roaming around. But
they're pretty expensive to buy, but the only wild ones that I know of is, you know, like the person who doesn't contain them and lets them go free, and then nesting season, they kind of wander off, and, you know, hopefully the coyotes don't get them.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But hey, what I wanted to talk to you about was that toilet idea. I mean, that I would have never thought of that. I don't think that's anything I would ever use, but you could upgrade to get the deluxe model and, you know, have it be able to make you a sandwich and bring it out in between, you know?
I don't know that I want to mix my toilet robot with my house chef robot. I think the two robots should be separate. You know, I don't want any. I would think
just saving the gamer's expense there. You know.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but isn't that
as long as it doesn't get mixed up?
Yeah, I think of that's true. I think of I immediately thought of gamers, because I've heard these crazy stories of gamers like playing when they're, you know, whether it's a competition or something, they're literally playing wearing diapers. And I thought,
yes,
that's extreme, but this would be a nice alternative if you could just hit a button and your potty robot shows up. You can keep playing your game. You won't miss a beat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Never was. Never.
Mine neither.
Neat idea, Todd.
All right, Charlie. I appreciate your call, buddy.
I look forward to see. Are you going to be at the alien thing? The alien.
Yeah. The Dayton UFO conference. I'll be there. I'm not going to be there for the whole day. I can only take so much of it.
Right.
But I will be there for a couple of hours for sure.
Well, I miss you. I think the last time was the Bigfoot Festival. I actually didn't really realize it was you until I left, and I thought that must have been Todd.
Yeah,
so
that's me.
Talked.
That was me.
But,
all right, Charlie, I got to fly, buddy. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling, buddy. See ya.
Yes, sir. Bye.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
I love this show.
It's fun to listen to.
Locally grown.
Here in Dayton.
Seriously funny.
It's a crackpot with wild ideas.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
All right, everybody, say hello to my guest, Cassie Barlow. She's from SOCHE. Let me adjust the camera a little bit.
Oops.
There we go. Yeah, that's much better. Cool. We can see your face now. The mic was blocking it. All right. So how long have you lived here?
So been in Ohio since 2012.
Okay. What do you think of it?
I really like it.
Do you?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Dayton is a great town.
I grew up here, and I over the years in radio, I had opportunities to go elsewhere, and I just couldn't imagine, going anyplace else. Dayton to me is the ideal size city.
It is.
Where it's big enough that you do, in some respects, have a city feel. There's a downtown, there's an art section, it's there.
Right.
But you're also close to Columbus, you're also close to Cincinnati. Indy's a little further. If you can take a 5-hour drive, who can't? You could go to Chicago.
Right.
If you really want to be in it.
Right.
But it's also has sort of a small town feel a little bit. And,
right. I kind of see it as the small town with a big town feel.
Right.
So you can get to, we have great parks, great bike trails, great arts, great museums. But it's still a town where you feel like a lot of people, and wherever you go, you can see friends and connect with people. And I'll tell you what, you got to love our cost of living and our lack of traffic.
Oh yeah.
You have to love that.
Some of my best friends, couple I actually introduced each other to, live in Atlanta. And my wife and I gone to visit them a number of times, and they live they both work in Atlanta. One works for the Weather Channel, the other he actually works the other direction from where they live, but they are to go to downtown Atlanta, it's an hour to get there
easily
because of traffic and just distance.
Yeah.
Everything here you can almost reach in like 20-25 minutes.
Right.
Regardless of where you're at.
Absolutely. You can go see a show at the Schuster and then be home in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
With no traffic.
I know.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
We went to a ball game the other night. Friends of ours have a suite, the Dragons. And, the game started at 7:00. We left at 6:40.
Right.
And we were walking into the stadium at 7:00.
Exactly.
It's like, come on.
Yeah. I love it.
People ask why I don't like going to Reds games. I love the Reds, but it's a nightmare.
It's an ordeal.
Pain. Yeah.
It's an ordeal.
Yeah. No, thanks.
Yeah.
I just go drive down Main Street and 5th Street or whatever. And
get there really quick.
Yeah. All right. Got about a minute here.
Man, that TV would be really distracting.
All righty, here we go.
And talk.
Be of good cheer and call me.
Call me now!
Call me!
He's laughing at us right on the radio.
Least we could do is get him on the radio and talk to him.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Just kind of wing it and see where the moment takes us.
Yeah, I think we should probably just wing it.
If you go in there, you're going to have to wing it.
Sometimes you just gotta wing it, right?
Or we could just wing it.
Go ahead and wing it. So we're just going to wing it?
You know, I think I'm just going to wing it.
Wing it.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube, and it is Wing It Wednesday, sponsored by My USA Credit Union, your best financial friend. Opportunity for a local nonprofit to come in and talk about all the great works that they do for our community. And bring me chicken wings. That's why we call it Wing It Wednesday. Plus, you kind of wing it when you're on the air. And Cassie Barlow is here. She's from SOCHE. And she reached out and said, hey, I'd love to be on your show. So welcome, Cassie. I appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you for having me tonight, Todd. I appreciate it.
And you brought wings from Wings.
From Wings.
Yes. I'm looking forward to those. Some buffalo wings and bourbon. Now, they must be good because you told me before we went on the air that you are originally from Buffalo.
Absolutely. We have high standards for wings.
Yeah. So if that's where you're going for your wings, that right there is a stamp of approval.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, Cassie, first of all, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for being here tonight. Tell me a little bit about SOCHE. I've heard because you guys advertise on WHIO. I've heard the commercials.
We do,
but I don't. I'm not 100% familiar with it. So fill me in and fill in everybody else.
Will do. So we are a nonprofit organization here in the region, and we are excited because we are celebrating this coming year our 60th anniversary.
Oh wow!
So we've been around for a while, and we are focused on workforce development.
Okay.
So in multiple different ways.
Right.
The biggest way is through student internships, employing students around the state.
Yeah.
We have the majority of our students here in the region, and these are high school students through postdoctorate levels. So wide range of levels of expertise and wide range of occupational specialties as well. And our goal in doing this is to reduce our brain drain from the region, keep our students here.
Right. Yeah.
By connecting them with employers and
Yeah.
showing them all of the wonderful things that they could do right here in the region. And they can stay with us. They can go
Yeah.
to school if they want. They can go to a 2-year or 4-year college and get the skills they need and work in a company the whole time that they're doing that.
That I know over the years, I've heard stories from time to time that has been a challenge for this region where people, whether they're from here, originally they get their education and then they skedaddle, or you have people coming into the area for education, students coming into UD or Wright State or Miami or Sinclair or, any other number of universities, that they're here for 4 or 5 years and then they're out.
Right.
Yeah. And that's right. That's such a tremendous resource that we need to try to retain.
Absolutely. Right. So, I think it's the natural inclination of a student to, as they graduate from high school, I have to leave. I have to get other experiences. I can't stay here because there's nothing for me here. And that couldn't be furthest from the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have so many opportunities here in our region in literally every occupational specialty you could possibly imagine. So we work really hard to connect with employers and help them build their workforce strategy so they can connect with students and build their pipeline to their organization.
Would you say, and I don't know the stats on this, but I'm going to guess that the two biggest sort of industries in the area is going to be healthcare.
Yes.
was probably one or two. And then the other, I'm thinking the technology surrounding what goes on at Wright Pat.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes, that's exactly it. Healthcare's definitely the biggest. And right behind it is everything around technology. So whether it's aerospace and aviation, or whether it's manufacturing, or whether it's information technology and everything associated with that. So there's great opportunities for our students here, right here in our region. And some of our students start as juniors in high school as they're going into junior year, and they'll connect with an employer. And some of them work all the way through college for that employer, and then get a job offer, which which is really the goal.
Well, we've on maybe on a smaller scale, but just as important to an individual, we've had that experience here. I mean, the Zach who's running the board tonight on the show, he started as an intern, and I think Dalton did too. Dalton, didn't you? Yeah, you guys were at Centerville. Yeah, so they were interested in broadcasting, going to Centerville, and they came here as interns, a couple days a week, just to kind of learn what's going on. And now they're both employed.
I love that.
I love that. That's amazing. And internships have really changed over the years too, because I remember back in my day, most interns were unpaid,
right?
And there was a lot of room for abuse. Not so much the case anymore, right?
That's absolutely the case.
They're interns, but there's also some financial reward for that, right?
There really is. And if you think about it, Todd, there are students in every region who have to work.
Yeah.
They're contributing to their family. They're contributing to their household. They don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with McDonald's or Burger King. Those are great experiences, but they're not long-term experiences.
Yeah.
So we love it when students can connect with a real occupation and get some experience. And I'll tell you what, some students come back to us and say, you know what, that wasn't it. I want to try something else. And I'll tell you that revelation is just as important as I found what I love,
right,
that I want to do.
Yeah.
And so we try to help on both sides.
Yeah.
I had a young man show up in my office one day who he didn't make an appointment. He showed up, and luckily I was free and I was there. And he said, do you have a minute? I want to talk. And I said, absolutely. And he came in and he told me about his experience of doing an internship that wasn't right for him and how he figured it out. And then he found out what was right for him and he switched. And he just was over the moon and was there to thank me at the end of the day for the opportunity. And so we like to hear both sides. We like to hear the students that figure out what they don't want to do and the students that figure out what they do want to do.
Yeah, it's important. When you're young, it is nice to sort of try different things and kind of because so many people, especially at a young age, I think, many might be dead set on what they want to do. They've been thinking about this for a long time, and they feel like that's their goal or whatever. And then the realization comes to them at some point. And you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do this.
Right.
Right. And whether it's an internship or even just starting school, I love what I do, and many people have said you're a natural at this. Well, I started college as a psychology major, and it was not like what I thought it would be. And I thought, well, I always liked radio, so I'll go to the campus station and see if I can get a job. And here we are.
That's great.
Yeah, but it's important to explore those things. But it's nice an internship is a great way to sort of do that in a safe environment.
It really is. And, and at the end of the day, we're helping the students of the region, right? We're also helping the businesses of the region because many businesses come to us and say, oh, I just want to dip my toe in the water. I want to try this out. And then we start having conversations about workforce strategy. And sometimes employers look at us like, what's that? What does that mean? And this is a time in our history, in our country, where workforce strategy has never been more important as it is right now, because with the demographic drought that's coming, we need to be all of our employers really need to be thinking about, where's my workforce going to come from? Some of them are going to come from high school students, some of them from college students, some of them might be veterans.
Yeah.
Some of them might be re-entered citizens or immigrants. And we need to be thinking about all of those in order to find the resources that we need in order to continue to make things happen in our companies.
Now, I know that you guys just had an event, the Vets Moving Forward, and you just mentioned veterans. That is its own particular challenge for many people who are coming out of the service. They've sort of had this regiment that they've been following, and they were gainfully employed by serving, and then suddenly what now? Right. So how do you help them?
Yeah, I love that you asked that question, Todd, because that's another piece of our work. And that is working really closely with veterans to help with their transition. So we go out and talk with the transitioning veterans at Wright-Patterson every 2 weeks. And we also are part of a program called the Department of War Skill Bridge program that allows veterans from around the world, military members really from around the world, to come to Dayton, Ohio, to work for a company on the Department of War dime. Everything's paid for. Yeah. So for up to 120 days, they can't, all their salary, their benefits and everything is paid for. So we've had a lot of success in recruiting from around the world and having people either come back to Ohio who grew up here, or they found Ohio and they really liked it and they said, I want to be there. So it's a great way to connect veterans. So we're helping the veteran and we're also helping the employer at the same time. And it really helps the transition of veterans to kind of do that like little internship first.
Sure.
And then go into full-time work.
Awesome. Well, Cassie Barlow from SOCHE, hang on for a second. We got some commercials to do. Before we do that, give people a website. So if they're interested, or maybe they're a student or they have a student in their home, who might benefit from this.
Absolutely. So www.soche.org.
Awesome. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
I love this show.
It's fun to listen to.
Locally grown.
Here in Dayton.
Seriously funny.
He's a crackpot with wild ideas.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
People like to hear this. What goes on during the commercial breaks. I have an intern named Will who is not paid.
Okay.
But he contacted me at the end of school year last year. He was going to be a senior at a local school just down the street. And he said, hey, I want to be a comedy writer. Could I maybe do something on your show? So I said, sure. So, after a day or so of making sure he wasn't some whack job or making sure he was the right kind of whack job.
Right.
For the show. I gave him a role on the show and all that. And, he'll be coming back here shortly. We've been doing a bit where I've, that he's presently lost, and I'm offering a $25 reward. Did you see that story about that dog that was the $25,000?
Was that for real?
That was real. Yeah.
I'm assuming it never was found.
It's not that I've heard. Yeah.
I mean, when I first saw those signs, I was like, I'm sorry, people, that dog is gone. But we've turned that into a bit on this show. So he's actually going to be back here in a week or so, but I love that.
It's just fun. But I am a big proponent of trying to give the young people an opportunity because this industry, especially, I mean, every industry is different and every industry has its challenges, but broadcasting is not what it was when I started. The technology has been great, but it's also limited the number of bodies that you need. There's also been consolidation where back in 93, they allowed broadcast companies to buy up stations, which then allowed them to cut workforces, because then you've got, when I got into radio, there were like 8 or 9 broadcast companies in Dayton, and they all owned 1 or 2 stations.
Right.
Now there's essentially 3 companies, and they own all the stations, and it has just reduced.
Right.
But now with streaming and podcasting as an aside from with that, broadcasting is the last thing in the minds of many young people.
Right.
They're interested in media 100%, but they're just not interested in broadcasting.
Right. They want to be influencers.
They want to be influencers, the social media stuff. And the other thing too is the technology is now right there. I mean, I've talked about this on the show, that when I wanted to get into radio, when I first fell in love with radio, I was 10, 11.
Wow.
I had to go to Radio Shack to buy turntables, a mixer, a microphone.
Yeah.
I had to save my money. I had to go and, I had to piecemeal all of this together to build a little FM radio station in my bedroom, which was illegal, but I did it anyway. But now it's like, kids that age don't need they don't need this.
Right.
They don't need it, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge. So when we get young people like Dalton and Zach and Gracie was in here earlier, and finding women who are interested is even more challenging.
Yes.
When you get them and you get them young and they've got some talent and some motivation, man, get out of their way. Let them just run,
right.
And that's what I try to do. Every producer that works on WHIO, that works on my show, I try to get them on the air. I try to give them that exposure, that mic time and experience, because that's what will keep them.
Right. And continue that passion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So.
Well, I give you a lot of credit for that. And,
I
and there
appreciate
are,
that.
there are the organizations around town that they want the interns and they want young people, and they just struggle being able to pay for them, like the smaller nonprofits.
Yeah.
And we apply for grants so we can try to help.
Yeah. All right, we're going to have about 2 minutes here, so we'll just kind of encapsulate what we talked about, and again, how people can reach you and that sort of thing.
Sounds good.
Strong storms expected to arrive overnight. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Oh, well, go have fun.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Just kind of wing it and see where the moment takes us.
Yeah, I think we should probably just wing it.
If you go in there, you're going to have to wing it.
Sometimes you just got to wing it, right?
Or we could just wing it.
Go ahead and wing it. So we're just going to wing it?
I think I'm just going to wing it. Wing it.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. It is Wing It Wednesday, sponsored by My USA Credit Union, your best financial friend. Cassie Barlow is here from SOCHE, and we were just talking during the commercial break really about the importance of interns and what it can lead to. You start as an intern someplace, and that's what you guys do at SOCHE. You work with young people and local businesses, putting them together and sort of giving them that first taste of a career,
right?
And that's a huge thing. It's a huge thing for young people.
It really is. We had the lieutenant governor in town last week visiting one of our companies that we work with, and as he was getting the tour from the company's CEO, the CEO of QQE said to him, 50% of the people on our shop floor right now are from the SOCHE internship, an apprenticeship program that they built.
Yeah.
And we did it together. And it was so exciting to hear that they're building their future workforce through an internship program and through an apprenticeship program. And that's possible.
Right. So it's not just, the young people, as we've sort of been talking about, but you're also working with these businesses. So, maybe you are a young person and you're interested in an internship of some sort. SOCHE would be a great place to start, but also a business that might be looking for that. And we have a lot of business owners that listen to this station.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's a simple request as well. It's just go to our website, hit the contact form and fill it out, and we'll respond very quickly to help you meet your needs.
Awesome. Well, Cassie, it was really nice meeting you. Thank you so much. You should know a lot of nice compliments about your demeanor and the ability of talking about what you talk about on the live stream. People think you're great.
Thank you.
So we'll have you back maybe next year.
Yay.
And thank you for the Wings from Wings.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Well, there you go, folks. I'll be back tomorrow just after 5 here on the Evening Edge.
So that's it?
I'm afraid so.
That was exciting.
But I've heard enough of this weird crap.
We'll try again tomorrow. Yeah.
That's all for tonight, folks.
All right, we'll see you next time.
So pull the plug already.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.